I'm started. So we are all going to be famous now. Yes, because this is our Comstock Park Calculus 2018-19 class. And I will not name last names. So otherwise I have to have you sign a disclosure statement. All right, so this is the hand trick. I'm going to try to put my hand like this. I drew a picture of my hand. So the thing is with the hand trick is it's supposed to look like quadrant 1 of the unit circle. Okay, so that's where it comes from. And it's an easy way to remember the sines and the cosines. So you want to use your left hand and you kind of put it in front of your face. Okay. What's important to remember is the angles. I always remember them, and in this class you're going to want to know them in radians. So this top of the unit circle is pi halves. The middle, halfway between pi halves, is pi fourths. Okay. And then this is pi sixths and pi thirds. The advantage of knowing the quadrant 1 of the unit circle is what? Yes. If you want to get to this side, yes, you have to basically split the pi. Okay. Pi, not pi as in pi the number, but pi as in the circle pi. Okay. This is pi radians, which is 180 degrees. Cut it in half, get a pi halves. Cut it in half again and get a pi fourths. And then I count it. That's how I did that. Pi fourths, 2 pi fourths, 3 pi fourths, 4 pi fourths. Remember, 5. All right. All right. So here's how it works. First of all of the values in the unit circle are divided by 2. And so what I'm going to show you now is how we get the top number. So these are divided by 2's. So how we get the top number is we treat this thumb as pi halves, this finger as pi thirds, this finger as pi fourths, this finger as pi sixths, and then this is 0, okay? What we do is when we're on the angle that we're looking at, we're going to fold that angle in, and we're going to use our fingers to tell us what the numerator is, okay? So first of all, these aren't 2's, silly me. What are the coordinates at 0? I got carried away. 1, 0. What are the coordinates at the top? 0, 1. So the tops and the sides are all 0's, but not the insides. All right, so here we go. So let's go to pi 6 first. That's this finger, so put that finger in. The number above is the first coordinate. It's the cosine, and they're all square roots. So how many fingers are there here? 3. So the cosine is the square root of 3 over 2. How many below? 1. The sine is the square root of 1 over 2. But do I really need to write it as the square root of 1? All right. Next, let's go to pi fourths. Pi fourths is this finger. Okay. How many fingers are above? 2. Remember, they're all square roots. So the cosine is the square root of 2. What about the sine? Same thing, square root of 2. Remember, the tops are always square roots. The only time you wouldn't write it as a square root is if we know what it is, like the square root of 1. Finally, this would be my top angle, or my top angle, that's my top. My pi thirds angle. How many fingers above? 1. So this is the square root of 1 over 2. But I know the square root of 1. Okay. And how many below? 3. So that would be the square root of 3 over 2. And once again, the x coordinate is the cosine of that angle. The y coordinate is the sine of that angle. So for instance, if I said to you, hey, what's the cosine of pi 6? If I have my little unit circle written, I go to set pi 6. The cosine is the x coordinate. It is root 3 over 2. So that is the hand trick for remembering quadrant 1 of the unit circle.